Here we are. Give me a shot, Mick.
Hey.
Here we are. We are at the beginning of the South Downs Way, or the South Downs National Trail. And we are going to be doing Winchester to Eastbourne, 100 miles. And we're just about to start. Our bags are proper heavy. Proper heavy. Much heavier than it's ever been. And here we go. 100 miles. Are you ready, Mick?
Let's do it. Let's do it for the charities.
Let's do it. We'll see you on the other side. We're already taking photographs. We've walked 20 metres. Get walking, Mick. There we are, going over the bridge to the M3, and a poignant moment for young Hayes, who inspired us to do this, because he got a toot from a truck, and there's no trucks for us to get a toot from. We'll see if we can. Toots! No, boring. We don't need a toot from a truck. Here's one. Let's see if we get it before we get over this bridge. We'll see. Let's get this guy a toot. Nick, go on.
Give us a toot.
Come on, mate. Nice one, that'll set us on there. Good. Woo-hoo! We got the tips. There we go. That's our first mile done. 99 to go. So we need to follow the yellow acorn, which is walkers only. This way to Eastbourne. So we made it to Cheesefoot Head. It's a gateway to the South Downs Way National Trail, and if you look, we have gone that far, and we have to go all the way along there. And Mick has just discovered that our campsite is all the way down there, but the South Downs Way goes all the way down there. So we're just deciding whether we're going to a campsite or not. It's okay, the campsite is on the trail, it just goes round in a funny way to get there. Verdict?
Needs a second bite of the cherry.
Well, I'll come through. Well, it shuts. Had a little bounce, but you know, it's quite cute. Onwards. That'd be quicker. So we've got to our first water station. It's a bit noisy here, there's some traffic, tractor action going on in the background there somewhere. But we've got to our first water point. Look at this.
Can't argue with that.
That's water for you.
Tool station.
Oh wow, look, it's got tools to mend bikes with. Awesome. And then
a pump.
Oh, and a pump your tyres up. You gonna pump your tyres up, Mick?
I'm gonna pump my feet up.
I'm gonna have a swig of this water, I think. Here we are, Holden Farm. This is where we're going to stay tonight.
First pit stop.
And we've just been told that they do a wicked fry up in the morning in the cafe, so we're looking forward to that. This is my little tent for the duration. Actually very cosy. I mean, this is the first time I've seen inside of it. And there's not much room. So that's going to be all cosy for the night, but it's just me, so it should be alright. Hopefully get my bed in soon, then I can show you that. And we're going to get this fire lit. And there's Mick just sorting out his tent, which is a lot bigger than mine. Mind you, he's a lot taller than I am. So there you go, and this is our campsite for the night. There's not many people here, and at the moment the sun is out. So hopefully we're going to see a nice sunset later. Mattress and sleeping bag next. Right, so here I am then on the first night. We've only done 8 miles. I've got 1 blister and we set up the tents for the first time. Absolutely gagging for a coffee, so I'm going to boil up some water and make myself a coffee. And then hopefully Mick will come and have a coffee too. Right, so what we've got here is a pocket rocket stove. Okay, so this all folds out. Like so. And then it clips onto here. And then it screws onto here. There we go. And then in here is my little packet of super noodles for later. And there's my little cup for heating some water up. So okay, so let's fire her up. There we go. So, put the water on the boil now. Here I've got coffee, sugar, some powdered milk. There you go, powdered milk it is. Don't have a teaspoon, but I've got a little spoon set here, nice fork spoon set, so that's what I should be using. And then for tea later, well, I'm going to cook on the campfire. Well, I've got my little frying pan, which we'll test out later. So it's already getting warm. There you go, and that was literally 2 minutes. Oh!
Oh, you're going too fast.
Mick's got a whistle. And I've got a whistle. We said if one of us walks too fast, we'll blow the whistle. Mick just blew the whistle. Because you heated up so quickly.
long legs.
Right, here's for the next part then. Making coffee. Do you want coffee, Mick?
No, I'm alright, mate. So,
Well, it's quite a big one, so I'm going to have a big cup of coffee. Now what I don't want to do is get sugar everywhere because there'll be ants everywhere if I do that. So I've got to be quite careful of that. There's quite a large sugar there, because it's quite a lot there. And then you've got to let it cool a little bit before you put in this milk stuff, apparently. So, but it's really nice. And over there, which you can't see until I turn you around, is beautiful sunshine. And hoping we're going to get a really nice sunset today. And hopefully a nice sunrise as well. It's supposed to be a nice day tomorrow. And we've got quite a lot of miles to put in to get on our way. So, it'll be an early night tonight, I would have thought, and that's that. Let me just show you this sunshine, and then I'm going to drink my coffee. So my first attempt at super noodles hasn't gone very well. It's just a bit mushy and not very nice actually. I don't know what I did wrong. Maybe too much water, overcooked it, I don't know. Not the right heat, but oh well. Looking forward to the sausages we're going to cook on that fire in a minute though. The sausages are cooking. This is what it's all about. Yum yum, they smell amazing. And here we have cooked sausages, which I'm about to eat.
courtesy of Mick.
Courtesy of Mick, who's over there. So Mick's gone to bed, and I'm about to get my head down too. I'm just watching the fire burn down and looking at the stars, and that's about it. So, sweet dreams all. Sweet dreams all. Morning all, and I've been up about an hour and a half, but I've had a couple of cups of coffee. If you can see there you go. It's a nice cup of coffee there. And I've been out doing some photography of the sunrise and some wildflowers and things like that. It's been not too bad a night. Just woke up a few times with my face planted in the ground, but it wasn't too cold. Got cold a little bit, but not too much. Although Mick, I think, had a colder night than me. So, yeah, gonna have this coffee. Wait for the cafe to open and have a breakfast and dry the tents off in the sun a little bit. And that's that. So we'll see you in a little while. So there we go, we've spent our first night. We've just had a bacon sandwich, and we're about to leave the campsite and crack on. Hopefully do at least 15 miles today. We'll see how we get on. So we just left the campsite and we've got 92 miles to go. Quite a long way. And we're planning to get to Exton, where there's a pub called The Shoe. So we'll probably eat there at lunchtime, and then apparently after that, it's quite a big climb up a hill to get back up onto the downs. So possibly not the best thing to do after eating, but we're going to have to stop and eat somewhere, so that's what we're doing. It's about halfway to where we want to get to roughly today. We're aiming to do 16 to 18 miles, but we'll see how the blisters go, because three blisters from yesterday. Probably a poor choice of socks or something like that, but I've got better socks on that I've trained in today, so hopefully it'll help. This is for all you conspiracy people out there, and my sister, she'll like to see this. Chemtrails, look. Blue skies completely when I woke up this morning. No. Chemtrail City. Here we are, we're coming into Exton.
Sign here that might say South Downs Way on the way back.
Okay. We're coming into Exton and we're trying to find a pub called The Shoe so we can have something to eat and possibly a pint. Look at this, beautiful, isn't it? How cute is that? Look, sunrise. Lovely. So hopefully it's down here, because we've had to come off the South Downs Way briefly to find it. But we're actually back on the South Downs Way, so there you go. How weird was that, mate? So yeah, okay. Well, we were going the right way, so, which is good. It means we don't have to double back on ourselves. So here we are at The Shoe. probably going to sit in the shoe garden, I think. Let's go and plonk our bags down. Oh, we've got a nice old car. Beauty. Lovely. Right, here we go then. So we've stopped at the shoe and there's this beautiful little river that runs past it, as you can see up there. It's a little waterfall. And I've got some quite bad blisters considering we've only done not much walking really in the grand scheme of things. But I'm not going to show you anyway, but I'm just going to dip them in this cold water. So get a bit of relief off my burning feet. So here goes. I bet it's going to be really cold. Oh, that is cold. But, oh, that's nice. Mick, you've got to get your feet in here. You've got to get your feet in here, mate. Oh, that is amazing. And there you go. Oh, that is nice on the old feet. So, Mick, we made it to the shoe.
Yes, we did.
We're going to have a pint, aren't we, before we go off again?
Yeah, I've only had one sip today.
Yeah, I'm sure you have. Cheers, mate. So, I've got roast beef and Mick's got
Haddock.
haddock and chips. All happy, Nick?
Oh, mate, it's banging. Look at the size of that Yorkie.
Blimey.
Play tennis with that.
Let's get stuck in. So we've headed off again. Compede's on the feet. Actually feels a lot better. Not burning quite so much. And I think that dip in the river really helped actually. It's only brief, but it's quite refreshing on the old feet. So yeah, we're carrying on now and we're going to, where we're going? West Meon somewhere?
East Meon, West
East
Meon.
Meon. What's the place we're heading to?
I think it's Weatherdown Lodge.
Weatherdown Lodge. We're going to try and get to Weatherdown Lodge. They've only got like 9 pitches to camp on and we've phoned them and they're not answering, so we don't know. So we're just going to head there and see what happens. If we can't get there, then we'll move a little bit further on, but there's not a lot on this stretch that we can stop at. So if we can't get in there and have to go on, we're possibly going to have to wild camp. So we'll have to stock up with water before we get to wherever we're going. So we've joined the Meon Valley Trail. Here we go. And as you'll notice, Mick's got his sticks out. Get your sticks out for the lads.
Sticking.
Yeah, it really does make a difference, doesn't it, Mick?
Yeah, it does help.
Yeah, it just takes that pressure off, even though there's quite a lot of pressure still. Yeah, it's quite a nice little woodland 2-mile trek up to what's called Winchester Hill, which is quite steep and but not going to be anywhere near as bad as Beachy Head when we get there. Down that way, Nick. Follow the acorn.
I'd have to recharge that tomorrow somewhere.
I wonder if we can charge it up in the what do you call it?
It will last.
I've got enough charge in
It will
mine, I
last a
think.
good couple of days or so, yeah.
Yeah.
But if I can give it a little charge tomorrow night at the campsite somewhere, that'll be alright.
Well, I think I've got enough charge in mine to charge my phone up. I might borrow your lead,
Yeah.
and then I've got some charge of my own.
Yeah, I've got 2 leads, so.
Yeah, we've only got 1 cup though, haven't we?
Yeah, I've got Oxo, haven't
I'll have one after you've had that then, and I'll use that cup.
I? What, a tea bag or an Oxo?
Toxo, a tea bag. Toxo. Huh?
You've got a cup in there?
Yeah, but it burns my lips when the hot water's in it.
Yeah, well, use the top of my pan to cook the water in and then just pour it in the cup.
All right. So here I am, about to attempt making super noodles again. Just going to turn that up a bit. It's a bit loud, I'm sorry. I'll speak up. So a little update for you then. Today's been really hard because I've got blisters right on the ball of my foot, on my right foot, quite a big one, which has been really difficult to walk on. It's felt like walking on razor blades. So eventually I put some plasters on, some Compeeds, and doctored it up, but it got to the point where I really didn't feel like I could walk anymore, so we were very, very lucky to get to where we are today. I've got to keep an eye on this whilst I'm talking to you, and hopefully you can hear me. But what I'm going to attempt to do today is super noodles, Chinese flavour. So, failed miserably yesterday. I put too much water in, and I cooked them for too long, and they went a bit gooey. But luckily saved later on by Mick cooking a couple of sausages on the fire, but we haven't got a fire tonight. Right. So this is coming to the boil. Let's whack it in. And I've got my little spoon somewhere. Here it is. Maybe broken that up a bit first. It's in. It's in. And I have to simmer for 4 minutes. That's not simmer, Ed. That's the other way. Right, so now I'm simmering for 4 minutes, apparently. I'm going to put this in. Chinesey sauce. To be honest, this is a bit tricky because sitting in this position right now isn't very easy. Because my lower back is really sort of hurting. And sitting cross-legged is pushing down on my hips and my knees. But there's not a lot more room in here to do anything else. I'll just turn this down a bit. There's not a lot more room in this 2-man tent, but it's a good little tent. And it kept me quite warm last night and dry, even though it wasn't particularly wet, but oh, this is looking better than last night already. So anyway, yeah, today's been a very, very tricky day, and we're only 2 days in. And tomorrow we're hopefully going to do 17 miles. We're at basically where you should be at the end of stage 2, which is where we wanted to be. But tomorrow is going to be very, very testing with the old blisters. And Mick's starting to get a few little hot spots as well, so hopefully that doesn't develop into anything bad. But we do have a fair way to go. You know, tomorrow's going to be a very, very tricky day. And then the next stage after that is a shorter one. It's only 8 miles, but I believe it's a little bit more vigorous. Tomorrow's a lot flatter, and today's been quite hilly, some very steep hills. Probably the steepest hill yet. It's easily a 45-degree hill. So there you go. But whilst I'm here, I just wanted to say thank you, because I know that a lot of people have been donating since we set off, and that we're about 400 quid into the target of 2,000, which is absolutely amazing. And when I get a chance to, when we get back, I'll thank you all individually. And please do keep donating, because, you know, doing this isn't actually, well, it has been pleasant, but it's very, very hard work, and it's taking its toll, and it's painful. So hopefully that's worth putting a bit of money in the pot for a big bonfire party on October the 7th. Anyway, this is looking good this time round. So I'm pretty chuffed. And I think Mick's doing a macaroni cheese for himself. So look. Yes, noodles. I think they're done. I think they're done. I'm going to turn this off. So a little pocket rocket stove here. It's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Yeah, so tomorrow's going to be a tricky day, and I'm going to talk to you a little bit more about what we're doing and why we're doing it tomorrow. Hopefully. I haven't done that much filming today because it's really been just quite hard work and painful, to be honest. So anyway, I'm going to have my super noodles, and I might say goodnight before I go to bed later. All right. Thanks for watching. Good night, everyone. It's pretty black outside now. Mick's gone to bed. As you can see, if I can just show you outside. There's really not much noise other than the occasional airplane that goes by. And I've just been sat here chilling, listening to the wind in the trees. All the birds have stopped now. So it's time to get the head down. If you want to just have a look. This is it. This is me for the night. So I'm going to get myself sorted and say good night. And tomorrow is a very long day, 17 miles with blisters. Sweet dreams, everybody.